oh, you need to go to a faraway land and just take your laptop. All you need is internet, some water, some biscuits, and just grind it out. Hey guys, my name is Juggling, and I'm on a journey to building a business from scratch. Join me as we realize our purpose. Alright, so as you guys can see, the title of today's video is what it's been like over the last 3 weeks building a business after leaving my job. And if I'm gonna be like just totally honest with you, like, let's cut the script, get straight to the nitty gritty. It's been challenging. Like, it generally has been challenging, but at the same time it's been amazing. There's been a lot of positives as well. Let me talk you through some of the challenges. One of the main challenges is just the fact that you have to be so self-disciplined. You have to be so accountable to yourself, and like really just like dig in, because you don't have a manager on your back. You don't have someone telling you to get this work done by this deadline, to do this task by this deadline, to do this ABC step task. So you really have to be accountable to yourself, and that's been a challenge. Self-discipline is the most important type of discipline there is. It's something that I can do more of. I think a lot of us would benefit from more self-discipline. So in that front, it's been challenging, but also I have noticed kind of incremental improvements in regards to like my self-discipline, and in regards to my scheduling, waking up early, like start my day on time to do my tasks. So that's been a challenge, but again, it's had some positives as well. I'd say another challenge is just keeping the bigger picture in mind, really keeping focused on the bigger picture and not getting lost in the kind of day-to-day tasks, which may seem boring, but they're really important in regards to building a business from scratch. So for those of you that don't know, I'm actually launching a business. I'm not sure when you're going to see this, but our business, trymindsaver.com, www.trymindsaver.com, it's launching on the 11th of September 2020. And yeah, that's what I've been working on with my girlfriend for about the last 6 weeks. And since leaving my role, I've been working on that full time. So that's been taking up a lot of my time. It's been enjoyable as well. Another thing I've experienced during these last 3 weeks of leaving my job has been like, it's really important to, I think, set expectations, realistic expectations, to set realistic goals. Because I don't know, personally, I like to think big, plan big, and that's all well and good, but sometimes you need to kind of look at the steps to get to that bigger picture. And because if you have a massive goal but no steps about how to get there, then you'll be upset when you don't get there, and it's very likely that you'll struggle to get there if you have no kind of roadmap to get to your big goal. So like, in regards to our business, we're on a mission to build and strengthen people's mindsets to make mental fitness as popular as physical fitness through motivational, personalized screensavers that go on people's phones. So that's been cool, like creating content, creating the brand, reaching out to influencers on TikTok and Instagram. That's been fun. But again, some of the kind of mundane tasks, like messaging influencers, for example, especially when you're hitting a brick wall time and time again and getting those no's, but like when you get that yes, it feels so good. Like, for example, the other day I was just coming out of the gym, I checked my phone and I saw the pink tick on Instagram on our page, Try Mind Saver, and that was a message. So someone basically replied to one of our messages. That was about the 84th, 85th influencer. So we had message around 85 influencers, and then it was only after that where we got one response. And then funny enough, the next day we got another response, and then the day after that we got, I think it was the same day or the day after, we got another response. So that's 3 responses in the space of 5 weeks, from around 85 messages to influencers. So experiences like that, those small wins, they really do teach you to be patient, and that's something I'm learning more of as well. Like I was saying before, you have the bigger picture, but you really need to be patient and diligent to keep on sowing those seeds so you can get to that big goal. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more videos about the actual kind of details about the business and what it's been like to create that, branding, marketing, formulating ideas. So I'll be doing more videos about that. But just generally, I'd say another challenge about kind of leaving my full-time job and over these last 3 weeks, it's probably been just kind of still preparing my mind. So I'm not gonna lie, I've even had like certain doubts which has come into my mind. But I think to myself, that's kind of normal, because if you think about it, like this whole wide world prepares people to like be employees. And I'm not saying there's anything necessarily wrong or right with that. People can be employees if they choose to, but there is definitely some conditioning that goes into a young person's mind from the day they're in school as to what they should leave to work as when they leave school. So I've had this conditioning for a long time, because I've been brought up in a traditional education system, one which is in this world. So I don't think it's surprising that mentally I'm having some doubts about if I've made the right decision or not. I don't think it's actually surprising. But what I do remember, and when I have those doubts, I definitely just think about the end goal and the life that I want to live, the impact that I want to have. I think just remembering those key things, remembering your why, definitely can help you get through those seasons of doubt. And it's definitely something that's helping me. Just remembering that, yeah, I feel like God is behind me on this decision, and yeah, I'm literally just scratching the surface. It's still early days. It's like I said, it's been about 3 weeks. I left on the 13th of August. So that's about, I think I was counting earlier, it's about 20, don't quote me on this, I think it's about 22, 23 days, something like that. So just over 3 weeks. I'm enjoying the journey. I've been able to start this YouTube channel. I'm going to be putting out a lot more content more regularly, at least 2 videos a week. So keep me accountable, guys, please. I need all of it. I need all the accountability I can get. And yeah, I think it's definitely important that we have a conversation, keep each other accountable as well. If you have any goals which you're working on, why don't you drop them in the comment box? Hopefully someone from the community can give you advice. I'll be more than happy to give you some advice as well on that. And I think another thing which I've come to appreciate, not that I didn't appreciate it before, but in regards to being a full-time entrepreneur, I think having relationships is so important. Like genuinely, I think it's so important. There's some entrepreneurs who say, oh, you need to go to a faraway land and just take your laptop, all you need is internet, some water, some biscuits, and just grind it out. Like cut off all your friends, all your family. Can they build successful businesses? Yeah, like of course they can, but like humans are relational beings. I think like we need relationships. I'm not talking about romantic relationships. I just mean in general, like friendships, family. We're designed to be relational beings. So I think having relationships is so important, especially as a full-time entrepreneur. Like just having those people who can keep you accountable, having people who you can speak to, who you can reach out to, who you can get advice from. That's definitely helped me. I guess this is kind of like what was happening. It's still kind of happening, because obviously I haven't told everyone that I resigned from my full-time job during a global pandemic. But like when I speak to people, when they say, how you doing? I say I'm fine. And they say, what's up with you? Like for most people, like yeah, kind of leaving your place of work it's a fairly big thing. So I would say that to people. Just out of respect, I guess you want to be open, transparent, build relationships and that. And then their responses are funny. They're either one of two things. They're either like in shock, like, oh, you left your role? Like they're really surprised, and I don't blame them. I get where they're coming from. And usually they start off shocked, and then usually they just kind of fade into like encouragement, like, yeah, go for it, like, well done. I wish I had done that when I was younger. So like getting that support, getting that love, honestly, it means a lot. But at the same time, I understand that it comes down to me at the end of the day. Like I need to put in the work. And these last 3 weeks, I've been adjusting. Like the first kind of week, I was building my personal brand. By personal brand, I mean creating my website, updating my LinkedIn, creating this channel. Second week, just doing a bit more strategizing in regards to how I go forward. Obviously working on Mind Saver as well. And the third week is where I really felt like I was actually kind of in that motion. I had my routine. It was improving, I'll say it like that. And you just have to take it one day at a time, but really just be intentional about how you spend your time and making sure that every day you're making it count. So that's definitely something I've learned over these last 3 weeks. I know that was all a bit jumbled. I was talking about some positives and some of the challenges, but yeah, really it is a bit jumbled. Like everything is kind of mixed together. It's very dynamic. There's a lot going on all at once. You sometimes feel like you're juggling, wearing a lot of hats. But I think it's part of it. Like I'm definitely not complaining. I'm genuinely enjoying it. I feel like I'm doing what I'm meant to do, but I'm also very intentional, and I'm not trying to be, let's say, idealistic, because I think I said in my previous video, it's not that I wouldn't mind getting, let's say, a full-time job or a part-time job again, but I don't want to have to get it because I haven't worked hard enough, if that makes sense. I'd want to get a full-time job or a part-time job because I've chosen to, because I want to do something which I can't necessarily do by myself. I don't want to have to get a full-time or part-time job because I haven't personally worked hard enough and I have to, let's say, feed myself. So right now I'm kind of living on savings, which is cool. I've saved up some money from my previous jobs, but there'll come a point where the savings the savings go down because I've got expenses. I've got to eat. So that reminder is good as well, because it's kind of put fire under my feet, and it's basically meant that I have to make income. Otherwise, like I said before, I'll be forced to get a full-time or part-time job. It's good to just remember that and be intentional about that fact. And yeah, all I can say is definitely enjoying it. There's a lot more to come. Keep your eyes peeled on this channel to see what we're doing next. And I thank you guys for joining me on this journey. So my concluding thought is that you really just, speaking to myself here, don't wait for the opportunity. That's what I'd say. Don't wait for the opportunity. There's so many opportunities out there. It's just about taking. Like, if there's not an opportunity you can take, create the opportunity. Yeah, I think entrepreneurship is really about being a solution maker. So where there's a problem, there's always a solution. So I think that's what I'm definitely learning. I'm still learning, and I'm looking forward to executing a lot more. It's been real. It's been great. I hope you guys have liked this video. This is just me just being really honest and open with you guys. And like I said, this channel is a journey. We're realizing our purpose. I hope you guys can like, share and subscribe to this channel. Let me know what you guys think. How have these last 3 weeks been for you? Like, let me know. Have you had any challenges? Have you had any wins? Big, small, tell us. Drop it in the comment area below, and it'll be good to connect. I hope to see you guys soon. We're on a journey to realizing our purpose.